Joining us now is Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn founder, Microsoft board member, and Greylock partner. Reid, thanks so much for joining us. You were on about 2.5 weeks ago to talk about your SPAC starting trading, and then you just posted this morning on LinkedIn talking about the lack of innovation in the IPO process. What is it that you would advocate for in terms of change around that process?
Well, I think the IPO process is a good one to continue, but part of what SPACs do is they bring the possibility of bringing new concentrated partners who help with this kind of invention and reinvention that technology companies need. We call this venture capital at scale. And that ability creates the opportunity for all of these kind of private unicorns to do the next phase of venture capital and get to kind of globally transforming companies. And that's the kind of thing, the speed, the reliability of it, the ability to go through invention and reinvention. Those are the kinds of things that I think SPACs now enable.
I'm curious what your outlook is on direct listings. We obviously had Palantir do a direct listing last week. You're an investor in Airbnb. I'm curious, with that in mind, how you are advising Airbnb about how to think about going public. They've been, rumored to be considering going public at some point this year.
So I think direct listings are another very good mechanism. I think you think about IPOs when you think about, okay, the banks and the networks of investors and other things, and that's the right process for you. Direct listing, you say, look, actually, in fact, the clear price maximization. SPACs, when you want the venture capital at scale. I think Airbnb is going to probably do an IPO process because I think they're going to want the connections, the networks, all of the studying of the analysts and all the rest. But this is an outside. I'm not sharing any inside knowledge. I'm just saying, kind of what they might be looking at from the outside.
In terms of the areas that you're most interested in right now, you mentioned artificial intelligence, and I'm curious if you have any updates for us on what your SPAC is going to be investing in. And then also I want to point out that your VC fund just closed another $1 billion fund, what that fund is going to be targeting, and how these two different investment vehicles complement each other or work together.
Large question, thank you. So what I would say in terms of the SPAC is there's over 400 private unicorns that have already achieved some interesting scale and velocity. And we're looking at the areas where we bring unique knowledge and network. Could be artificial intelligence, which I've been doing through OpenAI and Stanford's human-centered artificial intelligence and other areas like investing in autonomous vehicles. Could be networks and marketplaces, things that Mark Pincus and I do a lot of. But you're always, in both answers, you're always looking for that amazing entrepreneur that has, that lens on something new that you would be a good partner to, but you're shocked and delighted and surprised by this amazing idea that they have. The second, in terms of Greylock, again, very similar. You're looking for the entrepreneur who has a new idea. Generally speaking, we think there's a lot of room in enterprise. We've been doing a number of different enterprise investments, the redoing of work through obviously what we've been learning and the acceleration of the digital transformation from the pandemic. But also, of course, any new major technological changes like AI and so forth create great opportunities within the Greylock context as well.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.